Hey friends, welcome to eSports, your go-to for all things football. From wild transfer rumors to behind-the-scenes drama, we've got it all covered. Now let's jump into the news. Today, we're talking about Ronaldo Nazário, the phenomenon. A name that brings back thunderous goals, explosive speed, and a smile that defined an era. Ronaldo didn't just score goals, he destroyed defenders, broke records, and redefined what it meant to be a striker. From lightning-fast runs past entire backlines, to those deadly steepovers and goals that left the world speechless. R9 wasn't just great, he was different. In the late 90s and early 2000s, he was untouchable. World Cup winner in 1994 as a teenager, Golden Ball winner in 1998, Ballon d'Or in 1997 and 2002, top scorer in the 2002 World Cup, after two career-threatening injuries. He played for Barcelona, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, and AC Milan, and shined everywhere. Ask any legend, Messi, Mbappe, Holland, who inspired them. The answer, Ronaldo. Even defenders say it, R9 was the striker we all feared, but like many greats, the rise was followed by a painful fall. Knee injuries hit him hard. In 1999, he tore a tendon. Then in 2000, he tore it again. The whole world held its breath. Doctors said he might never play again. But he came back, stronger, and in 2002, he carried Brazil to the World Cup title. Scored twice in the final, Golden Boot, King. It was the comeback of the century. But after that, the fire slowly faded. He had spells at Real Madrid and Milan, but his body wasn't the same. By 2011, after a short run in Brazil, he retired. He was just 34. No fairytale ending. No grand farewell, just a legend walking away. Because his knees had given up, not his talent. And off the pitch, challenges continued, weight struggles, financial controversies, media pressure. But through it all, R9 stayed R9, humble, honest, and human. What makes Ronaldo special isn't just the goals. It's what he overcame. Few players have faced what he did, and still came back to win the World Cup. He was the original what-if player. What if he had stayed fit? What if we got 10 full years of R9, but maybe? The tragedy is what made the magic so unforgettable. Today, Ronaldo has found peace. He's now a businessman. Owns Real Valladolid in Spain and Cruzeiro in Brazil. Stays involved with football, appears at major events, shares wisdom. He mentors the next generation. And he laughs, just like before, because he knows, he gave the world everything he had. And more. He might not have lasted as long as Messi or CR7. But for those who saw him at his best, there's no debate, R9 was the phenomenon. He showed us how far talent can take you, and how much heart it takes to come back. Now it's your turn. What's your favorite Ronaldo moment? The hat-trick at Old Trafford, that goal versus Compostela, or the 2002 final versus Germany? Drop it in the comments, we read every single one. And today, we're going back to the beginning, before the trophies, before the glory, before the world knew the name Zinedine Zidane. We're telling the story of a boy, with no money, no spotlight, just one broken pair of shoes, and a dream bigger than the streets he walked on. Zinedine Zidane was born in 1972, in La Castellana, a rough, working-class neighborhood on the edge of Marseille, France. His parents were Algerian immigrants. They had 5 children. No luxuries, no vacations, just survival. Zidane grew up surrounded by poverty, crime, and tension. But he also grew up with something else, football. There was a small concrete square between the apartment blocks, no grass, no goals, no refs, just chaos. But to young Zizou, it was everything. That was his pitch, his escape, his school. There's a story his first coach used to tell, one that defines the soul of Zidane. One day, Zinedine showed up to training with shoes so worn out, they barely held together. The sole was flapping, the fabric torn, his socks visible. His coach, Jean Varad, looked at him and said, "Zinedine, why don't you throw those away?" Zidane looked him dead in the eye and said, "Because I still have dreams to chase." That answer stuck. It wasn't just about football, it was about fire, it was about belief. Coach Farad didn't say anything. He simply went out the next day and bought Zidane a new pair of boots. They weren't flashy, but they were clean, whole, and full of silent promise. And Zinedine, he never forgot. From there, the rise was relentless. At 14, he joined Cannes. At 17, he made his professional debut. By 24, he was the most elegant midfielder in Europe. But Zidane never forgot those streets or those shoes. In 1998, he gave France its first ever World Cup, scoring twice in the final against Brazil. In 2000, he won the Euros. In 2002, he scored that volley for Real Madrid, one of the greatest goals in Champions League history. Then, as a coach, he delivered an impossible feat: 3 consecutive UCL titles with Real Madrid. But through it all, the headlines, the Ballon d'Or, the fame, he stayed grounded. Because he knew where he came from and what it cost to rise above it. Let's talk numbers and legacy. 125 career goals as a midfielder, 108 caps for France. World Cup winner 1998, Euro winner 2000, Champions League winner 2002. Ballon d'Or 1998, FIFA World Player of the Year 3x. UCL winning coach, 3 years in a row. But Zidane's true greatness, it wasn't just in the goals he scored. It was in the silence, the class, the calm storm behind his eyes. He didn't scream, he didn't dance. He just moved, like poetry in motion. Today, Zidane is retired from coaching. But he remains a symbol of elegance, of strength, of humble greatness. From the streets of Marseille to the lights of the Bernabeu. From torn shoes to golden boots. Zidane's journey isn't just a football story, it's a human story. So now we ask you, what's your Zidane moment? That volley, that headbutt, that look of calm before the storm. Tell us in the comments, we want to hear your story. And if this moved you, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to eSports for more football stories that go beyond the game. Because legends don't just play the game. They change it forever, and Zidane, he did it with grace. And a pair of broken shoes.